introduced in the Lok Sabha be taken into consideration, and I request that the bill be passed. बहुत ही छोटा बिल है.
Honorable only Mudda Hanim Goda.
Thank you, sir. Sir, at the outset, we are not opposed to this bill, the State Bank Repeal and Amendment Bill 2017. Sir, the reason for the acquisition of subsidiary banks assigned by the Honorable Minister is the improved productivity and custom service. That is the reason assigned in the objective and reasons in the amendment bill. Sir, for whose custom service and productivity this merger is taking place? Sir, more than 70% of the Indian population lives in rural areas. Sir, an ordinary citizen, including a poor farmer and the last person of the society, should feel comfortable to enter any commercial bank. But what was the position? Why then the most historic and revolutionary decision of nationalizing the banks took place when Indiraji was the Prime Minister of this country on 19th July 1969. So the exact reason behind such a revolutionary and historic decision by late Indiraji was the ordinary person, the last person of the society was not allowed to enter a commercial bank, nationalist bank. He was not feeling that he was comfortable with any commercial bank. And the agricultural area was not at all considered as one of the area where the banks are supposed to give credit to the farmers. That was the rationale behind to take such a drastic decision to nationalize the banks by late Indiraji. Sir, in 1969, only 8,261 rural branches were there in this country. Prior to 1969, more than 70% of the population lives in the rural areas, and more than 70% of the people of this country, they are depending upon either agriculture and agricultural operations. But still, the number of branches earlier to 1969, the year on which this nationalization of banks took place was only 8,261. But after the nationalization of the bank, by the year 2000, the number of branches in the rural areas went up to 65,521. That was the reason. These banks, which are mainly concentrated in the city areas, Indiraji wanted to shift them to the rural areas to enable the common man, the agriculturist, to obtain the benefit and facilities from the nationalized banks. That was the reason. But now what is the feeling now? Of course, by merging the subsidiary banks, State Bank of India is now feeling a big brother. At least, State Bank of Mysore, which was in existence in Karnataka, they had lot of branches in the rural areas. People used to feel that State Bank of Mysore was their branch, was their bank. Sir, lot of agriculture loans were given by crop loans, subsidiary crop loans were given to the farmers by State Bank of Mysore. But by merging that bank with the State Bank of India, now the people of this country, particularly people of the rural area, they are feeling somehow there is some infringement of their right of getting loan in the nationalized banks. It has become a big bank.
Big business.
Now only the corporate sector, big, they are capable of entering this branch. State Bank of India, the name itself feels, the common man will feel that it is not his bank. That is the feeling. Sir, the NPS. What is the NPA in the State Bank of India? It is 1.8 lakhs crores of NPA is there in State Bank of India. At the end of 2016, December 2016, it is the information furnished to me. It is information furnished to me in the reference block.
Why you intervene?
1 lakh, if it is 96,000, it's well and good. You are short of 10,000 crores, it's well and good.
Please address the chair. No.
Sir, 1.8 lakhs of 8 lakh crores of NPA is there in State Bank of India. Sir, I will be right in quoting Honorable Venkaiah Naidu ji. Now he is the incumbent Vice President of India. As minister, he made a statement that poor is responsible for high NPAs, not big people. Big people are responsible for high NPAs, not the poor. That was the statement made by Venkaiah ji. Sir, it is anybody is feeling that NPAs not only in SBI, all the commercial banks, it is becoming a huge money, and it is at the cost of the poor man in this country that NPAs are growing. Sir, in addition to this, after the merger, now the State Bank of India is also imposing some stringent conditions on the customers.
Yes.
Nearly 31 crore people are being affected by the decision taken by the NPM in the State Bank of India with regard to the minimum balance
Savings account, yes.
in the savings account. 31 crore people in this country are affected
Very serious issue.
by the stringent rules that the State Bank of India is trying to bring. Common people, how can you impose condition to a poor farmer who is having a bank account, State Bank, SBI account in a rural branch, to maintain this much of money should be maintained. Otherwise, we are going to impose penalty.
Okay.
Very bad. This is very bad. How can we call this entire procedure, entire system as people's friendly? We cannot. That is, in addition to that, they are also imposing charges for cash withdrawal. And in addition to that, service charges are also they are imposing. All these decisions, they are anti-poor. All these decisions are anti-poor. They are not in favor of the poor people of this country. Sir, we must feel in this country that the banks are for the common people. Bank is for the common man. One should feel comfortable while entering the bank. But by imposing the stringent rules, even in keeping a man's account, a man's money in his own account, and drawing withdrawal and service charges, all these make that a common man discomfortable. Sir,
Earlier balance was only 500, now it's increased.
it is increased. It is increased to 500 to 1,000. It is increased from 500 to 1,000.
Minimum balance.
Sir, now I am trying to bring to the notice of the Union government. Sir, the whole country, particularly farmers in the country, they are in a very critical stage, with critical condition. Are there excessive floods in the northern side? Absolutely no rains in the southern side. Hitherto we were hearing about the speeches of my learned friends here, that because of the heavy floods in the northeastern area or the northern parts, including Gujarat and Rajasthan, people are facing a lot of problems. But unfortunately, southern states, particularly, sorry, only 2 minutes I will take, sir. Further states, particularly Karnataka, has been consistently facing severe drought for the last 5-6 years. Sir, lot of small tanks are there in this state. Sir, for the last 15 years, I have not seen the small tanks in the state of Karnataka are filled with water. So consequently, the consequential effect is there is a depletion of underground water. Furthermore, there is lot of problem even to get drinking water.
Please.
This is the situation.
Conclude
Sir,
now.
finally, sir, only one sentence, sir. Sir, the farmers' suicide is a serious alarming factor in this country. Sir, for the last several days, farmers from one state, they are staging dharana here. Not only that, sir, consistently, there is increase in the farmers' suicide. That is the stage. Sir, in government of Karnataka, took a revolutionary decision in waiving the farmers' loan to the tune of 8,261 crores.
Godaji, please conclude now.
Sir, only one sentence, sir, only 1 minute. So up to 50,000 rupees farmers' loan in the cooperative sector, government of Karnataka, my Chief Minister, our Honorable Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has waived the loan. My friends in the Treasury branch from Karnataka, they insisted the waiving of the farmers' loan there. They assured us in the state that they are going to get the farmers' loan in the commercial bank is waived through the government of India. Now I would like to urge the government of India, at least by making this opportunity, why can't you waive the farmers' loan in the commercial bank so as to enable the farmer in this country to breathe for some time at least, so as to see that to prevent the farmer suicide in this country and to give an assurance to the farmer that he can also lead a respectable life in this country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chairman sir. Thank you, Chairman sir, for giving this opportunity to speak on the State Bank's Repeal and Amendment Bills 2017. It seeks to repeal the two acts, State Bank of India Subsidiary Banks Act 1959 and State Bank of Hyderabad Act 1956, and further to amend the SBI Act 1955, sir. These acts established the State Bank of Bikaner, State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of Patiala, State Bank of Travancore, State Bank of Hyderabad. These banks were subsidiaries to the State Bank of India, sir. Union Cabinet granted its approval in February 2017, which allowed the SBI to acquire these subsidiaries, and amendments to the SBI Act 1955 is further amended right now, sir. This bill seeks to amend SBI Act 1955 to remove the references related to subsidiary banks. These references include the definition of a subsidiary bank in the 1955 Act, powers of SBI to act as an agent of the RBI for a subsidiary bank, sir. As earlier my colleague, Sri elderly colleague of mine and Muddu Hanimegowda sir was telling us what was the reason for which the merger has been done. The reason for which the merger was, sir, the guiding principle for the consolidation process of banking in India has so far been from the Narasimhan Committee recommendation, sir. According to the